Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to do your eyebrows using very affordable products. I'm going to be using the Morphe brow cream in the shade Java. It looks like this, and inside it's like a nice like medium toned brown. And I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Camo concealer in the shade Light Sand to clean out my brows. And if I'm correct, this product is like around $8. I'm not exactly sure because I bought it like a while ago, but I will put down the price down below in the description if you guys do want to check that out. And also this is literally $6, so in total you're doing your brows for like $12, which is really good compared to, you know, like Anastasia, Benefit, all those other like more higher end brands. I know everyone can't afford it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing my brows now. Alright guys, so I'm gonna start off by getting some product on my brush. The brush I'm using is the 1/4 of an inch brush by Simply Simons. I got this at a craft store. You guys already know this is like my all-time favorite brush. I use this to apply the product and also apply. Obviously I'm applying both products, but you guys know what I mean. I use it to apply the pomade and the concealer, and this is what it looks like. It's very flat, as you guys can see, and that's why I really like it. So I'm gonna start off like about right here, not completely to the front, but almost. And you see how like it's very pigmented, and for the price you can't really complain. I'm gonna go ahead and just line the bottom of my brow. Like that. And I like how that looks, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it like that. So now I'm taking some more product on my brush. I'm gonna start off on the top exactly where I did on the bottom. Obviously not all the way in the front, but kind of in the front, starting like around right here. I'm just gonna connect my lines. You see how this line and this line are pretty parallel? Now when you start getting right here, you can either round it or arch it however you want, but I kind of just like to follow the natural shape of my brow. And then when I get right here, I just look at it as connecting this line to the very end of the bottom line. So like that. You see how now it's like a very nice connected brow. And now what you want to do is, with whatever you have left on your brush, you want to start right around right here where you placed the first little stroke of pomade, and you want to kind of like feather it out in a way. Bring it in a little closer to where your hairs start, and then once you see there's a little bit of product going on, do the same thing by bringing the brush up little by little. And also use a very light hand, because if you apply too much pressure you're gonna make it like really dark, and you don't want it dark because you want to have it faded out. So now that I like how that looks, I'm going back in with the same brush that I already have. Like, I'm not putting no more product. Now I'm really gonna push down and blend it up. That line that you first created on the bottom is obviously gonna have product on it. So with that product, you like build it like throughout the whole brow by just lining it again, lining and lining, and you start to see that my brow is starting to get more and more full. You see how much more full it looks? And obviously if you need a little bit more, you could grab a little bit more to fill in like those little spots. But other than that, that's pretty much it on how to fill it in. And then the next step after this is literally to just either conceal it, or you could also apply powder if you don't want it to move. You could also apply powder like the same shade of the pomade, but it usually lasts just fine for me without putting powder. Alright guys, so now that I have both my eyebrows done, I'm just gonna go ahead and get straight into concealing my brows. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. concealer in the shade Light Sand, and I'm taking it on the same brush that I used to apply my pomade. By the way, if you guys are wondering, the pomade goes on really creamy, so you don't have to worry about it being cracked and stuff like that. It's super creamy, like super creamy, so I really do recommend it. Okay, so now as you guys can see, I applied some of the product right here on my eyelid, and you guys already know I like to just tap my brush, fill with the product, and then just work from there. And that's pretty much it. So usually cleaning the brow is pretty explained. You literally just clean out the brow. I like to start off from like the middle, and then just start slowly cleaning it out. You see? pretty easy once you get the hang of it. At first it's pretty hard, but you just need to practice. The more and more you practice, the more and more you're going to be able to accomplish like overly crisp cut brow. It does take time, but I promise you guys, just keep practicing. Don't give up, don't get stressed. Keep doing it and you guys will get it. I was also gonna say, I forgot I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, to help your hand be more steady, I usually like to like lean my hand on my like on the side of my chin right here, and then from right here I'm like this, and it helps so your hand's not like really shaky. This also helps if you guys don't, you know, have the like perfect still hand. That actually really helps so your hands don't move as much. Okay, so now for the top, again taking more product. I like to like flip my hand now, and I like to rest my pinky on my forehead sometimes. I'm sorry if you guys can't see, this is always hard. Starting from the front. Just make a line, a parallel line connecting to this one from right here. From right here to right here, you see how parallel the lines are? Once you start getting here, then you start rounding it, or like, don't make it too pokey either, because you don't want to look, you know, too boxed up. But that's when you start rounding it up for the arch. So right here, again, I'm using my the little palm of my hand on my cheek now to help stabilize my hand a little bit more. Swipe a little, I'll make a little rainbow, and I'll just connect the lines. Concealer to concealer. See, it's okay if you mess up a little. You could always go back once you're done cleaning out the rest of your brow, go in with more product and just kind of like fill it like that. I'm gonna take a little flat brush. This is the Morphe M224 brush. It looks like this. I'm gonna blend out the product on my lid because this is where it dries down way faster. So I just want to blend it and blend it out. Especially this one, because this one's the one I started with. But yeah, just get like any cheap like face product, like I'm talking about like base or any even cheaper concealer. Honestly, doesn't matter, just so you could practice with, because this one dries faster. So once you get the hang of it, it's like a little bit easier to work with. But if you guys don't want to you know, do all that, you could always get a Colourpop concealer. These work really good. The only thing is they're a little less full coverage, but I mean, not everyone wants full coverage. The e.l.f. one is more full coverage. That's why I recommend it, just because you guys know I really like full coverage stuff. But it's also very affordable. They're like literally less than $10, so I also think that's very, very good. I'm applying some concealer right here in the middle just to separate the brows, because we don't want to have a unibrow. Taking the brush, I'm gonna blend out the little corners right here. Now you could either take the brush, which I did in my previous video, you guys could check that out. I used a brush to show you guys, but I'm gonna be using a sponge today to show you guys because it's much more easier. So taking your sponge, squeeze it. If you have a tinier one, that's even better. You're gonna tap on the product on the same spot until you see it starting to fade. You see, slowly by slowly, just start doing that, and then you can start letting go of the squeeze, and it'll like expand more. And if you still want to like blend it out even more further in, just slowly start tapping inwards, and you start to see how this brow is more blended out than this one. I'm gonna go ahead and now do the same thing to this one. And obviously they're not gonna be the same, like, you know, everything, but as long as they're pretty similar, that's all that matters. And you see, now I'm just gonna go ahead and finish off the rest of my face makeup, and I'll be back to show you guys how it looks completed with the gel and everything. Alright guys, so now that I have everything else done, I'm gonna go ahead and add my gel. The one that I use is by Maybelline. It's called Brow Precise. This is very cheap. I will also put down the price for this down below, because I'm not sure, but if I'm correct, it's less than $10. And you have to be kind of careful with it. Mine's almost running out, so I'm not being that careful. But it has like little fibers in it, and it has like a little tint to it. So you could even use this like if you don't want to put on actual like product on your brows. You usually don't put gel since you have naturally nice eyebrows. This is a good product for you. That's how my brows look all completed. I hope you guys did like this video and I found it very easy to do, but I do recommend these products, the Morphe brow cream and the e.l.f. Camo concealer. Really affordable, probably like doing your brows for like under $20 literally. And yeah, thank you guys so much again for watching. Don't forget to follow all my social medias, all at Makeup by La Güera, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.